Hello, is there someone out there, humanitarian, not in politics or any dirty thing, has a passion to help? Here, this is bad luck is following me, and as I sleep, there's something I feel, someone else, and my father and his family have gotten away doing bad things to my mother, who has passed away a long time ago now, in Karachi. She was too scared to come to Dubai. They know how to talk. Oh my God. They know how to talk. So I feel someone's watching me. And people harassing me. They're sending Pakistanis. And Kashmiri worker who worked. Since then we had this doctor. It's a very covert way, very cunning. My father, Abdul Hussain, Mahsin Jawad Sajwani, and his family. One of his brothers' ex-wife now, ran away, and I was told what his youngest brother does, right? Throwing plates and acting madness. But in this family, they have made me notorious for being angry, and they know how to talk and get away. Business, shrewd business people, very public. They know how to talk in public, right, with the people, and they get away. They just get away. The cousin, this Fuad Sajwani's son, बेदर्दी से इस्तेमाल करता है, ruthlessly using me in London and all this, and before that, they have Emirati passports from Sharjah, and they weren't even born in Sharjah. They lied and brought out passports that had birth from Sharjah for us, until my brother Abbas or Hassan or Huma, my sister, born in Karachi. My mother used to tell my father, please change this in the passport, right? Lying to the government of Sharjah a long time ago. And they wouldn't even allow us to talk in our Khoja Sindhi. So originally, we come from my mother's Khoja Sindhi from Pakistan, and they were also from Hyderabad, Sindh. And so these liars, they get away. My mother used to tell them, my father, he's a real shameless, covert narcissist. Okay, I was not feeling well, neither am I now. But can I say it's a very bad pimp. He's a pimp. So, he's a shameless pimp, my father, Abdul Hussain, Mahsin Jawad Sajwani. My mother came from a very good Khoja family. But this one, his mother, I don't know where his mother comes from, Oman, so they now scattered to UAE long time ago. And his mother's name is also Fatima Ghulam Hussain, passed away. She was and her sons are covert narcissists here in Dubai. And her daughter, Zakia, and she was in Karachi since her childhood. And these people, they're gaining money. All they care about is money. They have an oil company, which thank God, one brother, eldest brother, got him out, his own brother. Then the cousin told me that it was my father taking money from his eldest brother, selling things off. So these people are just crazy after money, sex, power. The the eldest son of Fuad Sajwani is crazy after beautiful women and all this. He's working for Al Futtaim here, got a double MBA from America. They got me out of Karachi American School, being jealous of my mother and me, the daughters, the sister-in-laws. Sometimes telling me in London that, what is this American school? You know, our children were study here in St. Mary's and all this, right? O levels. Tane dete. They used to taunt me like this. Okay, so this one family changed because their son got married to a Pakistani. I was in love with, and all this. Anyways, so this family is very, very wicked, but they know how to act and things work for them in the world. Things work for them. So I was told someone was after me. I don't know whether, my father's friends keep popping up in London. And so near that luggage shop of my father's friend, flyers were coming. And I went to this lady clairvoyant in London. And she told me that there's a witch after you and all this. I didn't realize that my father was behind all this. So in year 2000, when they purged me, they put these jinns, they jerked me, they gave me a, damage. They were saying brain damage and all this. My father got married to this witch, another Habiba. She had children from her. She was a widow. So this guy, Imran, also turned out to be a real psycho. I learned after my mother's death, he was like, taunting that we can't find a grave for her. And the panic struck I was. So, and this Habiba, she knew an Indian Hindu guy. No, sorry, maybe Pakistani Hindu guy who was her friend or someone. So from there, they started to do black magic on me. And my father was into it too. He would tell you, no, he's not into it, but one day he called me. He wanted me to go against my mother's family. So once he called me from that Habiba's place long time ago, in 1990, when we transferred to this new house, he called me and he had taken some fortune telling thing. You won't believe this. And he said, do you have any? It says, you won't believe. Okay. You see, here the psychologist couldn't believe that the mother did this to me in childhood. My father's mother. So, okay, then he called me and he said, you have enemies and your enemies will disperse. And he was like, mind. So my mind went to these people, right? My mother's family. the uncles and all this. So then I remember I got a call from him in the evening from that house. He had called. Yeah, they were taking fortunes out or something. I don't know what was happening there in that hypocritical house of his from Habiba. Habiba. She was another strong woman. So, okay, so when they do this, the person becomes totally out of control and no solution could we find. And no one could come and help us. My mother's cousin, she was sending someone from our community to pray, 100 times there in namaz, pray for my mother. But it wasn't working. My father is very clever. He's the mastermind behind all this. They made my mother go insane, emotionally disturbed, not mentally, whatever, if it's emotions, mostly like neurotic. And they used a Kashmiri, and we didn't know because this Kashmiri woman, she was a witch. Dr. Ferozi Ahmad. They work, these Pakistanis also, covert narcissists. So, I don't know what to do. Today, it's very difficult to get aid here. So, and then taxis and, going out with Pakistani drivers, taxis. It's sick. It's worse than London, if they say that. Britishers. Okay, but here, everything works for them. My father and his family. They're really ruthless people, and like this brother of his, Iqbal Sajwani, right? From childhood, he was picking on me. I was doing, my grandaunt, when I was a kid, she used to give me a tea in the saucer, right? Since then, this Iqbal, we had just reached, we were just, beginning in London, and I was in the kitchen, and he started to, like his mother, right, pick on me, that, started to laugh. Like his mother had kept these 4 or 5 people to see me being molested in the servant court and laughing. They're shameless. Her sons. And so no sheikh, no one. Even Sharjah Sheikh is a friend of Iqbal. So how they don't take action against these people. Because you see, these people are their assets, not a liability. So I guess people think of asset. It's a world of assets, not liabilities for the rich. We are liabilities on them. So it's oil, it's sex, it's power, it's assets. So Iqbal Sajwani, and now you check this Sharjah National Lube Oil. So these people, and he gets away. I mean, I should have thrown this cup of tea on him in my childhood, being, notoriously known that I am an angry person. His own, his brother was mad, Ali Sajwani. And thank goodness Roya went house to house in Dubai. to tell the people what Ali Sajwani used to do. She even came here when I was in the family apartment and told me how Ali Sajwani used to throw plates, madness, and how he used to wake her up. You know, she had work. So, no one takes action against them. Please, someone, God knows where, if you see you are one of those assets once, Sharjah National Labor. So, it was this, my pimp. He could have pimped us out. My father. You know, even to servants. My father's shameless. You see, so that he could be with Habiba and her children with him. And so the sheikhs, right, I cannot appeal to, because what am I going to say? I couldn't even talk to the psychologist. If I said something like his mother did this to us, she was like asking an Indian psychologist here, asking my father did this, because you see the Indians, they come for money and all this, right? So the sheikhs and Arabs, they have to, they're slaves. Indians are slaves here of the Emiratis. Asking my father, I am, you know, this Iqbal Sajwani, he was like so young, bachelor, spoiled, rotten, getting money, in London, in an apartment. I was in this pigeonhole hostel room. Pigeonhole. I didn't have an oven. I didn't have a microwave. I didn't have a fridge, mini fridge in my pigeonhole, where there was this, it was like a prison cell, the room. It had one sink, and all this. This guy, Iqbal Sajwani, in London, he was living like a Raj, prince, bachelor, spoiled brat, with Jaguar. He wouldn't even drop us near. You know, he has the car. Spoiled brat. If let's suppose if we are going out, like my mother, to the supermarket, so his brother's car, Jaguar, then he even had this one, what do you call it? Sports car, roofless, going out with Daulat, taking her to discotheques. Married woman with 2 children. They don't care that, the husband is there. They are deceiving the husband, having an affair, and allowing this thing, and pointing fingers at me for being like ziddi hai and angry, like child tantrum throwing at times and all that. I knew where they came from. I was messed up emotionally in my childhood. Of course, it's my grandmother and her daughter who were there who did this to us. You can't blame the child for being emotionally disturbed since childhood because of what this mother did, this wicked grandmother, my father's mother. And also spoiling Sabah, like spoiling Iqbal rotten. Another's wife, taking her to discotheques. And what? Dodging car. Baba, leave me alone. Sitting, both of them. Dodging car is so small, right? For children, it's okay, but there's no room to maneuver. Their shoulder is with each other. Daulat and Iqbal's shoulder. Bodies are meeting on the side together. They're sitting in the dodging car. Iqbal and Daulat. And so, after my car, so they would bump and so, oh, Iqbal, Johnny, like that. What is this? I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, she had a good rub. What the nonsense. So I went to London. People, Baribat, I'm not talking big. So in their time, in his bachelor time, my father and his oldest brother spoiled him rotten, giving him everything. Cars, Jaguar. He won't even help my mother if he's going, just from that, what big thing is it, right? Okay, if he's not out in the car, like we wouldn't even ask him for anything. But if, like, we're out there and he's timing at the same time, he's going out, like, can you just drop us to that supermarket? He would say no. Right? So if he's going out and we're going out, it's just that supermarket there. He's going from that Finchley Road. So, and then this, because of this, right? Oh my God, the Arab Emiratis. You see, no Emirati is going to see that no sheikh, because these people are spoiled assets. So we have to, like I'm sitting here, I want to work. I really don't want to depend on anyone for they've separated me. What kind of people are they really? I shouldn't meet the principal. Long time ago, they separated me from family friend, Miss Desa. I had pure feelings for her. And they put Shahnaz and all these people on their heads. This Iqbal, because of Iqbal and Huma. So, now they've got us all like this, and I don't want to take their help. I can't go out here. I don't want to step out. I'm really, like, I can't take my garbage out. I feel like I don't belong here, and I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. What they did to my, I cannot say everything. And they are the assets. Please, so no one could come to, very few people could come to help in Karachi, my mother. And all the time it was on me. Because you see, my father could leave the house, but my mother and I, and they would put something on us. And so, people, if I feel guilty, we had a fight, they would tell me, no, no, she's your mother. But no one would come and help. She's in your community, please come and help. So Pakistan, and then the poor Khojas are in this, Punjabi military, army, and very sick people, Pakistanis. And the rich, they're involved in their own, making money, lives. They don't bother. The police is corrupted. The army is corrupted. The court is corrupted. Judges. Aqlim Akhtar type. Going to, the judges want to go to this Fikri family case I took out. The judges want to, and they are like, I don't know how they pray really, with shameless people. In Ramadan, stealing cards and God knows what. Stealing. Shameless judges in Pakistan. Yusuf Zaidi's shameless father, Sindh court. These Sayyids, Shia Sayyids. Shameless. Taking bribery. Corrupted. Total. Head to toe. I was told Pakistan is head to toe corrupted by a Pakistani. Where will you start? Where will we start? Rape happening, they don't care. And then they're blaming it on America. What? And Israel and India and Islamophobia and this. Imran Khan, shameless about Islamophobia. He's Imran Khan, friend of Iqbal Sajwani. What are you doing? For Islamophobia you are availing United Nations when your country is burning on Islamophobia. On Islamophobia. What is this? Not on Shias being killed, but Islamophobia. And no, I went there and they said, no, we didn't kill the Shias. Of course they're going to say we didn't kill the Shias. Do you think the criminals are going to say, the murderers are going to say, we killed them? I went and asked them. You went and asked them. And they're going to tell you, yes, we are the ones who killed the Shias. The government negligence for so many years, giving a blind eye to the killing, bomb blasts and this and that. Americans are doing it. Kashmiris themselves, Kashmir ke liye, they will get up. United Nations, they'll go to United Nations. What is this, really? We are liabilities, not assets. You see these covert Nazis ruthlessly using people for their own pleasures, and they can go on in the business arena for you. And then, Islam, great, and all this. We couldn't avail anything here. We were told. My father somehow found. Who broke the BCCI and who did this? Saudi Arabia. This man and so the Arabs, so they hate the GCC, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, all this, Emirates, Saudi Arabia. They hate Iran. They hate Shias. So now what could we? Now we were stuck with this Shia family here, Sajwani, my father's. And the brother, eldest brother, was, he couldn't help. He was, whenever I used to go there, he used to taunt me, you and your mother. And all this, right? Ruthless. Huh? Excuse me, who was after Talib uncle's wife? Huh? And what happens is, even in the youngsters, cousins, and all, I was now the youngest, younger son of another, this thing, brother. This brother gave me a hard time in London. Himself is going to casino. I just went out and missed buses and, taking buses. Because at that time, we were no more that rich that we go. I just wanted to go and travel, not in trains, but tube. Allah, he gave me such a problem. I called I was like, shall I get the bus or shall I call my uncle in this London? He gave me such a hard time, argumentative. He knows my birth of date. He knows how old I am, and I don't know. Really, I have from my birth of date, my birth certificate, I have it in Karachi, right? I had it. Now they've thrown everything out. In London, 1995, very argumentative. And so that year, his daughter didn't come to London. Picking on me, on my birth of date, on my this thing. I know, no, you were born because we got married. So you were born in before this. You can't even, he made my life miserable. So I stopped eating. I bought my own tea and I was whatever, my own snacks and everything. So these people are they don't have, no, my God forbid that we ask any help from them. Then the Gokul family, what they've done to me in Karachi American, what did I do to Karachi American School? That Abbas Gokul's wife, on a friend's wedding, she was my childhood in London, but later on, they started to keep a distance from me. Even this friend, I never did anything bad to her. She knows it. But later on, due to Miss Desa's thing and the Habib family were in Karachi American School or what, and my father used to go to Geneva to meet like for his business. So he would go for dinner to Abbas Gokul's house, Geneva. His wife came, Shahudi's wedding, Shahudi and Suhair Habib's wedding. Oh my God. What have you done in Karachi American School and all that? Scolding me. at the, like, Jamila Auntie's place. Jamila Habib, Dharamsi. So the Gokuls also, all this right away. My mother was so nice with them. My mother's relative is married to Abbas Gokul's sister. They had my name badnamed that I am some lesbian or something. And then what did I do to Karachi? I never did anything to Karachi American School. Miss Desa herself had said that we are friends. I was surprised when she said, she could have said, we are friends after school a long time ago. And her sister, when they would come from Canada, her sister's daughters would came to my birthday in 1979. 1979. 6 years I was in Karachi American School. So if I had to meet Miss Desa, I wouldn't take Karachi American School's help. I was already told that Mr. Horton and this American had decided. And Dr. Farooq Ahmad Kashmiri, this Dr. Todd was working there. My mother didn't like this Kashmiri woman doctor. She was like a covert narcissist. She's such a liar. Shameless Pakistanis, shameless liars. And Hindu friend of Habiba. I met a Hindu astrologer here. He wanted to embezzle me. What kind of people are they? So the Hindus here, all they care about is money. And, they can't do anything. So, what can we do? It's a rich man's world. And I go insane and all this, and the people, would laugh, and all they can do is laugh and harass me. Please, Americans, where are you? Get this James Milet. I thought in Canada, if someone talked to you in college, school, stalking is not allowed. They would take you in. How are you allowing on Facebook Super Bowling to call me and all this? Huh? You allow go after Kashmir. Why are you going after Iran? With Saudi Arabia, for oil and all this, sleeping with the enemy. Then before that, before the CIA wrote ex-agent this book, leave the politics and help out people. Oh, you Pakistanis have gone there, so many. I don't want to go to America. They filthy, dirty, corrupted people they are. Not one is honorable enough. Kashmir, Ukraine, Pakistani. What is this about Iran? Now what do you want to do to Iran? You Kashmiris, Pakistanis. What kind of people are you really? Can't trust your father, so how can I? Maybe someone out there like this prophet has made adoption such a, Mary, the adopted sons. All they want is marrying. They don't think that there is any, that India, they've spoiled the Muslims, have spoiled India. Rakhi Bandhan was there. You could make, from the heart, take a person. America, where are you going? In San Francisco, you have gays, right? So, taking me out and not allowing. Who are you to say that I should not meet Miss Desa? Okay, you have decided what. You have decided that your teacher and I should not meet Mr. Horton and Dr. Todd? Who are you to decide? Already Miss Desa joined against your rules. Karachi American School, Aga Khan Nursing School. She told me. But I didn't say anything at that time to the American. They used to call us. I mean, when I went, my father used to go and talk to them. These Karachi American School Board of Directors, filthy pigs. Yes, you can talk to an Emirati because that's what Mr. Hughes said. You are an Arab. No, I wasn't an Arab. My father was. Luati Arab. You can buy this field. You know their field, Karachi American School field. So you, board of directors and superintendent then, you pigs, greedy, you can talk to my father because he has an Emirati passport. So, see today Dr. Todd, where is she? Dr. Ferozi Ahmed, Pakistanis in France, everywhere. Bomb blast, Denmark. Your own David Headley, American, origin Pakistani. Hey, you took me out. Think of Scent of a Woman. Bird School. What kind of crap is this, Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman? Zahra won't sell her soul to make her life and for her future like that from Canada. I wouldn't use a friend just because she's got an Emirati passport. We are happy. I was an Emirati living, I had an Emirati passport. I was or not, I don't know, but I had where my mother wanted to be and I left where my mother wanted to be. My house in Karachi. My own people, my Khojas. The rest is junk in Karachi. We can't live in Karachi. What? Americans, Dr. Todd and Mr. Horton. See, Pakistanis shitting on you people, bomb blasts in UK. I wouldn't touch your, Lisette and Alex, in third grade I was teaching them, don't be scared of the ball and this and that. I don't talk big. You know, my grandmother, she wouldn't have anyone get up but her children. My mother did not teach me this. I used to teach in a way that, we are friends and no one knows about this, hardly anyone. And when they knew how to not be scared of the baseball or the rugby ball, we used to play back on the field, recess time, and give back the rugby ball, keep it where it belonged. I would be happy for them and not be proud. I used to teach them in a loving way. I put my heart and soul in it. My friends Lisette and Alex. I didn't do anything to your girls. Karachi American School. Whereas the Emiratis who go there, I know how they use you people, women. What did I do to your women? And that woman who said to me, what have you done to Karachi American School? I asked her. I wouldn't even, whether she's Demi Moore or I wouldn't make friends just because, they come from Hollywood. What have you done, like as a Shia? Ruqayya Gokul? Huh? I know what these people do. Pakistanis. That day, Mickey Malik. I told him to shut up. Now it's enough. And I mean it from the heart, otherwise I was not even now able to listen. You shit on your own people. You kill them in Karachi, Pakistan, all over in Pakistan. Now you talk about if you ever. So I'm the one. And then Mickey Malik. I wasn't even the one who made black slaves. You understand?